Monday. So how do you eat and record?
Today we are discussing 10 questions that define you as a music fan. We got these from Flavorwire.com. So you're about to learn some things about yourself. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure. Question number 1, when do you listen to music?
In relation, I'm guessing this is in relation to like release dates.
No, it's not. It's just how much of your life is music.
Whenever I don't want to hear people talk, which is all the time.
So all of your
A lot of time. Yeah, much.
It depends on the season sometimes. I was listening to a lot of music over the summer. I think over the summer is when I have like a lot of music happening. The last couple of months I've been podcast heavy and like actively listening to things to further myself. I've just been in the mood. But we're hitting the holidays, which is music heavy again.
Yes.
And not just holiday music, but just like music backing everything going on. So I anticipate listening to a lot more projects all over again. So there's like seasons of time when because there have been times when I'm like, yo, I'm good on music, or like I'm good on classical, or I'm good on whatever moment I was in. Like if I listen to another jazz track, like this is the only type of music, but then I'll just switch over to something else.
Yeah, this is true. I think a lot of times it soundtracks what I'm doing, so it depends on what I'm doing. But sometimes if like I'll listen to music while I'm cooking, but then if I happen to be really diving into a book, I'll listen to the book while I cook. So it's just, sometimes if there's a really good docuseries, then I will listen to that instead. So yeah, I do still listen to music a bit, but now when I think about my actual listening habits over the past few months, it really depends. The more social time and free time and fun time I have, the more music I listen to. But sometimes if I'm in a season of bettering myself, I gotta know these things, or really want to dive into this book, want to get this done before the end of the year or something like that, then I'll more so focus on that. But I do still listen to music a bit.
Do you listen to the lyrics?
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. We talked to you guys about how to listen to music, and I will be there with genius.com open.
Yeah.
Like, what was that they said? Or, let me get this lyric right if I'm gonna sing along. Now that we have it, when you were younger, it was you in a cassette tape backing with like a magnifying glass, because Lord knows those lyrics were tiny.
I just got, first of all, OGs know, if you remember the original hip hop lyric archive, oahla.com, where you went and lived your best life. Like they have Busta Rhymes lyrics. I used to be like, oh, it got me dressed. Yeah, wait, something else that you heard it was, yeah, we murder us. Like they used to have me together. And so, but before that, it was definitely us sitting around a record player in the 80s, deciphering this Bob Marley, like, I'm on the run, but I ain't got no gun.
Right, you're like, that's how we have so many lyrics that are said incorrectly to this day, because you're like, I learned this from the person who heard it first, and I'm just like, yes!
But and I actually got the writing down the lyrics and sitting down and dissecting that from my mom. Because when we were little, that's what we would do. We would listen to records and we would be like, write it down. How we gonna bust these harmonies if we're not saying the same thing? So yes, we're absolutely listening to the lyrics, because sometimes even if I know that a song is about absolute foolishness, I can still like it and get with it. But I like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or what you're saying. What we're saying together, really.
What we talking about?
All the day. Are you an albums or a single person?
Some people don't give us options. Some people like to just be like, single. I'm like, what are your plans?
You haven't dropped an album in like 10 years, so all we get is your features. Andre, 3 of 1,000.
Or Brandy with these singles for years.
She just dropped another one! Give me an album!
Brandy has been getting us singles for so long now that I'm just like, are we piecing it? What are we doing?
Piecing it together.
They don't go together. I don't even
Begging
know.
and pleading in this latest one are just not even
That
the
is
same
I
vibe.
literally started begging and pleading, and I was just like,
where are we?
they don't crack. I'm trying.
I mean, that's not good. I mean,
But they
you
just
can't
don't-
help it.
Yes. So some people don't give us these options because they're cruel. But I do like to listen to albums.
Same.
Yes, obviously get a feel for like what you're saying, your overall just message, sound, vibe, creative process, what you're on.
Yeah.
Especially for artists who've been out for a while, I love to listen to see how you've grown. Some of y'all haven't. But like if you've not evolved as a man in the last 20 years, like what are you doing?
What are we doing?
It makes me less of a fan.
Yes, I love a concept album. I love everything. I just love albums because it's the story that you're trying to tell, and I think singles are a little bit more difficult. They're like you're trying to find a sound or find what hits or anything like that. But an album is much more of a real commitment to the artist, from the artist to the fan, of being like, this is the story that I want to tell, or this is the vibe that I want to give you. And so it's much more for me a holistic view of what's going on. And I can tell when your album is a bunch of singles.
Yes, and that's the thing, because it's like with anything, it's like eventually if you love something, you want more. It's like after a while, you can only give me so many snacks before I'm like, I would like an actual meal and some sustenance, please. You can only give me so many clips before I'm like, okay, girl, I've seen the trailer several times. Where's the film? It's just you want more. It feels more complete. So I like that. You know, it's a little palate cleanser, a little appetizer of a single. That's cool, but I like that meal.
Are you a streamer or an owner?
Well, see, the thing is, I'm much more of a streamer now. But in the past, when streaming was still suspect or non-existent, very much an owner.
Former owner. I have a whole binder full of CDs to let you know I just can't give them up. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I have no place to play them. I'm just like, just in case.
Somebody stole mine. So.
Jeez. But now that streaming options have this buy access for a month, and you can just get all of this music and make your own playlist and listen to albums the same way, it's so much easier, especially for a music fan, to get way more access to all of this music that you wouldn't be able to afford otherwise. Like, I can only spend $20 or $16.99, $17.99 once a month. But if I spend my little $7.99, $9.99 a month, and I can get all of these albums, and some of y'all be putting out, all you want to drop in August, or like last year when everybody was dropping like in a 6-week period. Yeah. I ain't gonna buy all of that, but I got to hear all of it.
Yes, but we do still remember a purer time. Yeah. We'd walk right into a Blockbuster, walk right into a Sam Goody and FYE.
FYE.
Yes. Or even,
put your little headphones on, get your little clips in, and then go, this is the one.
Or if good old Borders on Peachtree before they took it away, where I used to go and listen to my music and read comic books and sip coffee and avoid burgers. Was the time.
Oh, this is a great question. And
wow.
We just talked about, can you separate artists from the art?
Sometimes if the art is that meaningful to me, I don't even want to say if it's that good.
Right.
But because usually for me, good is not, transcends, this was an excellent hook. But for me, like really, really good, it's like, that also pierced something in me, or that melody made me feel something, or something like that.
Yeah.
So if it's like that good, then yeah.
Yeah. Like I could not say if we were to learn something about the big boy, because I know Andre cannot be touched.
Never.
But if we learned something about the big boy, that I would stop listening to Outkast. I don't know if I could do that.
Juan would never say anything problematic. I refuse to believe that.
I don't think so either. They're both just, why did I even bring it up? I think it's because it's people that I would never be able to be like, you want me to not listen to this? But why? They're Outkast.
And that's the thing. It's like, if you have something that was like, oh, this is like my coming of age album, this is my, it's like, it's hard to say, like, let me just put that down. So I would say, yeah, I can separate it. Even though there are people that I absolutely like, I love your music and I love you. Like, I love Jay-Z's music. I love Jay-Z. And I don't know, if he were to do something problematic, I feel like, because even when people are like, should he be with the NFL? I was just like, listen, girl, you barking up the wrong tree.
Don't ask me. I'm still listening to 4for4. But
I'm listening to all the things.
How closely do you follow music?
Ooh, depends on who. I can get real close.
Yeah.
Certain people I can get close.
Yeah, I think it's one of those. Okay, so I used to follow music heavy when I was younger. I think I just
had time.
More time.
Yes.
When you can just like literally just be going through the streams. I used to listen to a lot of mixes and then be able to pick out artists and just go through the whole wormhole and find out who they are. And every once in a while I'll still do that. That's how I found Masego, like for myself. I was just like, how did you hear it was on this track? I was like, let me get this, let me go to that, and I was there. And then from him, like Dave, and like all of that came together. But I can't do that all the time. Like I gotta just go with some of the faves a lot of the time, because I'm like the finding of music is a lot of work, which is why we do it for y'all so often, because we're like, we've already figured out the channels for the music that we love in CHH. But if you want to go to, and that's just a portion of CHH, we're still finding any music that we didn't know about. If you're still going with all the musics and like all the ways for you to SoundCloud and
Yes.
super duper indie where you gotta like hear them as an opening act for someone else. Like, my lord.
It's much. And the thing is, like, when music used to drop on Tuesdays, I used to be like, go through my top Tuesday releases, and I would like Billboards drop on Fridays.
Right.
I would like, okay, on Fridays.
I used to be
I
on
used to
Billboard
do-
like that.
I used to do chart predictions based on this. Where do I think it's going to chart? So on and so forth. When I would hear certain matchups, how did this come about? Blah, 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 blah.
I used to piece together albums, and I would literally, I was so good. I was like, had 7% being able to guess what people's second single was gonna be based on their album. So we used to be on it.
Listen, and that's the thing, listening to music and being like, what do I think should be next? All right, you know, play the singles lottery. It's like,
I'd be so mad when I had right picked up. They'd be like, I used to love that song, and now
it's overdone.
you've killed it.
Yes, so sometimes I don't even want the songs I like to get picked up. I want them to just remain just mine.
It was often track 6 though, guys. Let me just put it out there.
Really?
Track 6 used to always be the second single, and I'd be like, ugh. Do you seek out new music?
Absolutely.
All the time.
I'm popping in to see what was suggested. I'm going through the genres just to see what they didn't suggest, like because R&B gets no love. So I'm like, what's popping? Who dropped in R&B? Who dropped in gospel? Yeah, I'm seeking out the new things.
I'd be the one like featuring who? Okay, let me see what else they got going on. Blah, blah, blah,
And
blah,
for the
blah.
things that Tidal does not recommend, because I mean they clearly play favorites. Then if there's an artist I love, especially indie artists, CHH artists that I love, I'm like, let me just look and see. Did Tragic Hero drop something? Did Taylor Bridge? I really run through like my list of my faves. Did Armand drop something? I literally roll through the list of my favorites just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Mm-hmm. Are you an eclectic listener? Yes!
Yeah,
Love
so.
all the things. I was very excited when I found out My Chemical Romance is coming back. What the what?
Wow.
Yes! Rage Against the Machine is coming back?
I saw that.
All of my little alt kid inside of me is like, I'm going off.
Yeah, and I think that if you were a kid who grew up in the 90s, you are eclectic.
Yeah.
Because it's just, there's no way to not be. I think it's easy to be a little bit more segmented now because pop and hip hop cross a bit, so you're like, okay, you can feel like you're like eclectic because you're like, oh my gosh, I heard Haley from Paramore on that hook. No, that's not
Not the same.
No, it's like you can't say I like rock music because I liked when Aerosmith was on Walk This Way. No, but it's like in the 90s, you had to be diverse.
Yeah.
Because a lot happened. Grunge took place.
Mm-hmm.
Ska, like the whole No Doubt, Ace of Base. They're not ska, but Ace of that whole wave of like
White people
who were just doing a lot of stuff.
White people reggae is what I like to call
Yes. You know what I'm saying? And then Mariah Carey was living her best life.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Boyz II Men was doing everything.
Mariah Carey was the queen of the crossover.
And so there was just, meanwhile, it's like hip hop was just doing incredible things. You had Wu-Tang, you had so many people, Nas, a lot of people dropping. If you grew up in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
you are eclectic. Congratulations. But then you also had songs that somehow made it into our world. You had Freak on a Leash that somehow we were like, everybody in school, even Harvey, something takes a part of Linkin Park.
Linkin Park. Everyone loved Linkin Park.
Like, first of all, if you
Evanescence, guys, you know you love them. Goodness. But we were still having a very pop moment, and everybody knew about Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, NSYNC, all of that was happening at the same time.
But then we even also knew about Smashing Pumpkins, and we knew about Green Day, and we knew about Marilyn Manson, like so much. So if you were a child in the 90s, not just born Courtney, but if you were a child in the 90s, I promise you, you're eclectic because you had to be.
Yeah.
You had to. Everything from Nas to Nirvana, like we had it all.
Mm-hmm.
It was a beautiful time.
Can you tolerate or even like music festivals? See, that's difficult. But for me, the problem now at music festivals is that they're super duper expensive, and so it's the people who go may not necessarily go for the music; they go for clout more than anything. And so a lot of you can't even get to see an artist that you like. They don't piece up tickets to make sense for people who work or anything like that. And so now it's like, if I want to see, because I wanted to see Galant at Afropunk so bad, but it was all bundled up into Brittany Howard. There's a lot of artists that I really wanted to see at Afropunk, although it was the same weekend as ABC.
I was just about to
There's
say.
a lot happening that weekend.
Never would've made it.
But it's like there's gonna be that Sunday where I'm like, buying tickets for one day are so tough. getting tickets just for like the evening or something is impossible. They don't even sell that. And you're like, why is it so difficult for me to see my artists at music festivals, but I could try to see them at a concert or trying to see them, you know, on a one with a flyby. Like, you literally have to follow them and be like, they're gonna be in Atlanta for something, or close to Atlanta for something. I'm gonna go.
I am content with attending a music festival and all of that. What bothers me is the competitiveness of fans. Because it's not just like, I'm gonna come, this is my space, I'm gonna set up, I'm gonna be cute, and this is what I'm doing, and me and my squad are right here. It's like, there's no personal space, there's no respecting of space and boundaries and things like that. And so sometimes I end up being agitated simply because I'm like, I am where I am doing what I'm doing, but you are constantly stepping into my space and making it seem like, what's my problem? I'm like, you are fully on my little mat. You right here, your booty is on my mat. Why's your foot on my mat? You know, so I feel like I've gone to some festivals that I've enjoyed, and I've gone to some festivals where I've been annoyed by just like, and it's not a crowding issue. You can be in a tight space and still respect the boundaries of the person next to you. Yeah. And as somebody who is not like I'm fairly touchy-feely. I'm not like, don't touch me, but I'm also like, dear stranger, just don't be on my things. That's all. And sometimes it's the people getting a little bit too, just ignoring the boundaries. That gets to be a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, so we can tolerate them, but it's just hard to be in them sometimes.
I don't really want to see somebody to put up with that.
Yeah. All right. Last question. On your way out of a great show, do you hit up the merch booth?
Ooh, this is a tricky one.
I do for indie artists. I don't for big artists. But that's purely because it's expensive.
One.
For bigger artists. And they have merch that is like way too much money. Like, I love the B of Beyonce, but I cannot afford her merch. I just can't. I'm already paying an arm and the whole of my kidney to be in the building.
Yeah, that's the cost. That's the price. What they put on the ticket?
They put on the ticket is like, do you have an organ that you would like to donate?
An egg.
And I'm ovulating, giving her everything I got.
Everything.
Just so I can go. So I can't afford her $100 t-shirt as well. When, you don't understand. Homecoming came and she had like the special edition merch of her stuff. I looked
it up.
And I couldn't, but I looked.
And that's the thing. And for me now, a lot of times with the indie stuff, I'll more so go now for like the stickers and magnets and little things like that, simply because a lot of times the merch is not for girls. So if you're selling a dad hat, wear. And
I mean, yes, but no.
But also if you're selling a t-shirt, nah. And I'm not going to spend $20 for a t-shirt to cut it up. I'm just not doing it. And so I'm just like, this isn't really for me. But if I can get like a sticker, or if I get a magnet, something like that I can just put up at the house, perfect. But a lot of times people don't really have that. People have their CD at the table, and I was like, listen,
where am I going to play this?
I'm not doing this. And so, especially if I'm like, I already have it, I've been streaming it. Like, I don't see me all of a sudden buying a CD for something I've already been streaming. That's doesn't feel like a wise financial decision. Yeah, no.
Yeah, the ones that get me though, there's been smart people who are taking like their sayings or quotes from like a popular song and putting that on a t-shirt. Again, usually only in guy sizes, so if you don't have a small
cuts too.
It's just not great. Then I might even be able to look at it. But yeah, if you had shirts in women's sizes, demographic that will pay for things.
Might fall through.
Come on.
This is true.
I think just answer these questions for yourself. Define your music fandom. See where you're at. Are you a casual listener, or are you an OG obsessed music fan? And I think we're really close to that.
Yes, I think so. And if you're a kid of the 90s who experienced that beautiful eclectic phase, yes, drop your faves in the comment too.
Yes,
I'm
please.
Totally here for that.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and like it. If you like it, you know how we do here. Subscribe, ring the bell, share with your friends, all of the things. Comment below.
Yes.
And until next time,
Have a good time.
Bye.
Bye.